The elimination of Hep C really rests with the medical profession, so they need a lot of encouragement to get them quite educated about what viral hepatitis is, what hepatitis C is, and the opportunity we have to eliminate it. So I've taken very proactive steps at grassroots level. I came very close to dying with Hep C. I was one of the first people, probably, certainly my doctor's first person. Once the test was developed, I was diagnosed within a few weeks of it being available in New Zealand in 1992. It was a big shock. Then very little was known about it. I just relied on my doctors, and I thought they'll tell me if there's a breakthrough. I would go every 6 months to the doctor, and he would say, oh, maybe there's something happening, there's a study, I'll let you know. But in fact, no one had told me about DAAs. They weren't available to me in New Zealand, but I got access to them, luckily, at a critical time. I got access to generic medications and I was cured. And from that moment I realised there were a lot of other people in my position in New Zealand, and very quickly I realised in the whole world who needed to be told about it. And that if I hadn't seen a media story about the access, I'd be dead. And so I knew I had to get over my shyness around that and talk to people. They're bombarded with information and advertising. I think they're bombarded with guidelines and new medications. I think it's really hard for them to, in that clamour of medical information, competitive medical information that's coming out now, to see this opportunity for what it really is. It's the most wonderful thing for them to write a few words on a page and save somebody's life, completely change their quality of life, up their productivity, perhaps like myself, 20, 30, 50%. And it's a gift, and yet there's a resistance to it. We're still finding GPs who've got no idea about what the diagnosis means, what the testings mean, what antibodies mean, and what DAAs can do. And that's in an environment where there's been lots of articles and there's been lots of stuff come their way. So yeah, getting through to medical practitioners is incredibly important. That's why I think stories like my own really help do that, because they go, here's a real person, she would have died if the doctor hadn't got the information and worked. When you put someone like me in front of them who says, look, doctors, pay attention, read your guidelines, it's this simple, words on a page and you're going to save lives, it will be the highlight of your career, you're going to feel good. I think that's what we need to do, is we need to sell to doctors what a good experience it is for them. I think doctors need to hear that they're never going to have this chance again in their lives to make such a difference.